think that's it. There he is. You guys ready? Let's pull it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hey! And JB's on there!
600!
600!
Yes!
Yay! 600 mile time. That would be just. So here we are, back with the real supercharger. Okay, we are on the test track.
They'd recommend putting your head on the headrest.
Okay.
There he's ready. Nope.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that never gets old either. We have the post-study production cars here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah, you watch it.
But why is he gonna throw it?
I don't know, but we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Just use a sledgehammer. What?
Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
I'm Eric, otherwise known as Derek, here in Shanghai at Gigafactory 3.
Ballapalooza. It's like tricks.
3, 2, 1. Oh, hey, we're live. I accidentally hit the foot pedal, so we're live early. Anyway, do you want to go ahead and introduce?
Makeup. Okay, hello everyone.
My bad.
Hello everyone. I'm David. This is Eric. Together we are Derek. It is Sunday, March 27th, and yes, we are live here once again to talk about all that's new in the world of Tesla over the past week or so. And then we'll open up to questions and answers. And there's been a lot of big changes, a lot of big Tesla news in the past week, a lot of good news, and yeah, we'll just go from there.
Okay, still getting used to the foot pedal. Admittedly, I mean, just did it. Sorry for those of you who really love the intro. It was cut short today. My bad. That's kind of funny though. It's a good thing I wasn't like doing something stupid or something that I don't want people to see. Anyway, welcome everybody. Hopefully everyone had a good week. Sorry we weren't here last week. Super busy time. Had some videos to film last week, but they aren't quite ready to go live yet. So hopefully in this next week or so, we'll be able to pump stuff out. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the news, and then we'll go and open up. Have any questions or anything, we can go ahead and chat there. But first and foremost, saw it in the title. We saw Elon dance yet again. His awesome dance moves brought him to his event, and it was at Giga Berlin opened and delivered their first, I believe it was 30 Model Ys. I believe it was the first 30. But anyway, you can kind of see here, they had him dancing, and it's pretty funny stuff.
Oh, slightly. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's hilarious, to say the least. He's a great dancer, we'll say that. But really excited to actually see that. And I think it goes to show you, because there were a lot of Tesla Q out there in the world that said Berlin was nothing but stock pump, and nothing was ever going to roll out of it. And here we are.
Yeah,
cars are rolling out.
It took a while. I mean, about 2 years, a little less, whatever. But you know, the world's gone through a lot in the last couple of years. So it is amazing they were able to get that factory from nothing, you know, with some trees and stuff like that, to having a factory that's now churning out brand new Tesla Model Ys.
Yeah.
in about 2 years. And the cool thing, as Eric mentioned, with the stock did go up, and now Tesla is now back to over $1,000 a share.
Back to that four
And,
digits.
Yeah, it's over $1 trillion market cap again. So it's good because it was up to $1,200, a while back, dropped way down back in the 700s. But it's nice to see it's back over 1,000. And this is with Gigafactory in Berlin opening, and as we all know, within like 2 weeks, they're going to be having Gigafactory in Austin opening up, and the new Cyber Rodeo has been announced.
Yeah, and so as of right now, that's scheduled for April 7th. They sent save the dates out to club presidents. No actual invites have gone out yet.
Not that I've heard,
Hopefully we get one, and I'll be there. I have some fun ideas for that event that I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
So hopefully get the invite.
Hopefully we do, because it sounds like it's going to be the biggest Tesla event ever, at least in the United States, with over 15,000 people expected. And typically Tesla events have been much smaller than that, a few hundred, 1,000 maybe. But with 15,000, it seems like they could invite a few people. We don't know if it's going to be locals or what. But as we've seen in Berlin when they had events there, locals were able to come check it out. And we did hear that Tesla did have to get approval, of course, because this is quite a large event, so they had to get approval from the local government there. And there were a few of the neighbors that weren't too pleased with it, but for the most part, I think the Austin community is very excited to have Tesla there.
I mean, I think any community should be excited to have Tesla there. They bring in a lot of jobs, a lot of money, so what? We throw a party with 15,000 people every now and then.
There's going to be some bad traffic, I guess, for some parking issues and stuff like that.
Still so many people. Holy crap!
At least it's the weekend, because most of their events in the United States have typically been during the week when they were in California, and we had to fly out there, and this would be more convenient on a Saturday.
It's actually a Thursday, by the way.
It's a Thursday. I thought it was supposed to be. Oh.
It's a Thursday, by the way.
Oh well, I was looking on the wrong month then.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Well,
so
maybe I won't be going, but
we'll have to figure that out, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
Thursday.
Yeah, I don't know what you were looking at. What month? Yeah. But anyway, it is a Thursday.
May. I was looking at May because it's the 7th.
Oh,
whoops. Oh,
oops.
Great. Whoops.
Well, I guess we'll TBD. But still super excited. Hopefully we get an invite. I don't know. I know a lot of people are going, whether they get an invite or not. I don't know if I will go if I don't get an invite, because I don't want to go and then not be able to get in. I don't know. I don't know a lot. But anyway, I've gotten some people that have reached out that have said I should.
We'll definitely try to go if Eric can go, if he can make it. If not, maybe I could. Maybe we could stay here and kind of do a live stream.
Hang out with everybody.
Yeah, like we've done with some other events.
Yeah. TBD, but hopefully we get that invite. Next up, so a big thing for all our Canadian viewers, FSD Beta has officially rolled out in Canada. It has been here in the States for, about a year? Maybe a little bit longer.
A little over than that, because,
And so, again, we did have that on
the
Plaid. We don't have it on the long range. Still trying to decide what to do with the Model X.
And we should get it on the S100D once we get our cameras upgraded, assuming, first we get the cameras upgraded, then we got to...
First we have to get a good beta score.
First you got to get the beta score. I don't know, because I haven't heard of a lot. I've heard of some people are still getting upgraded, but we should just ask and see, because it's been a long time. It's been several months since they upgraded people. Yeah. And then since those people have gotten upgraded, I think a few of them have gotten the actual FSD beta finally.
Oh, okay.
And so we need to definitely inquire about that, because that car we paid for, full self-driving on that over 5 years ago, because that car is now 5 years old, and still no full self-driving beta. Yeah. So it'd be nice if they upgraded the cameras and got it added to that car. But as Eric just mentioned with the X, still don't know if we're going to have it on that yet. For those you don't know, we were supposed to take delivery with our latest delivery date was supposed to be sometime in March, by the end of the month. About a week or so ago, we got bumped back again to July. So it's been, August to December to January to February to March to July, back to March, back to July. So currently, it's July. But you never know. If there's any cancellations here in the next couple of days and Tesla gives us a call and said, hey, can you be here in 2 hours? We'll be there in 2 hours to take delivery.
I don't know. Part of me is like, why don't we just wait till July and maybe get something new?
Exactly.
But part of me is also like, I would love it now
Maybe
because I have a lot of plans
I
for
think
it.
we're good. I think as long as we get it by July, we should be fine.
I think my biggest thing is I want at least the new charge port, which means I don't want a car
for 2021. Yeah.
a 2021.
I think that there's still a few of the 2021 vehicles that were produced at the end of last year that are being delivered, and there's not a huge difference.
Yeah.
Just that those were delayed. I think there were some missing like trim parts or other pieces that were missing, so those cars were sitting out on the lot for a while. So Tesla is still delivering those, but they're also delivering 2022 vehicles, and we do have some friends that we know who have recently taken delivery. We have seen a 2021, and for the most part, it was okay. It was a good vehicle.
Yeah, I've heard
We've heard of
things
some,
back and forth about some of the software maybe not
some
being
issues on the new Model X.
all the way up to speed.
But we're looking forward to ours, and like Eric said, if we do wait until July to take delivery, there might be a chance for a few things. I think we're definitely going to be getting the new charge port and the slightly different tail lights, but who knows, maybe by then there'll be new headlights or something different with the seats, or maybe something new, who knows?
What else could there be? Maybe
I don't
FSD 4
yeah,
or hardware 4?
Autopilot 4 hardware might be out. We know that's
I don't know
coming
what else there could be.
later this year, but who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
the ambient lighting or whatever.
Oh,
throughout the cabin,
true,
because
yeah.
we've seen that they have the plugs for that. They just haven't rolled it out yet. So who knows? Also, didn't you say there's like a new screen that's supposed to be coming out, like an upgraded screen for the rear passengers?
That wasn't me.
Oh, but you retweeted somebody's.
Did I?
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's where I learned about it from you. So.
Oh, wow.
But anyhow, who knows?
I guess I should look that
But
up.
you know, if they call us next week, we'd take delivery. If it's going to be 3 months, hopefully not. But if they do, then we'll be ready for it. We've been ready for it. I'm not counting, but it's about 453 days now.
It's okay. You can admit you're counting. We both are.
So yeah.
I'll have to look up that retweet because I don't remember that. That's actually pretty funny though.
Yeah.
If I did. Anywho, next up, Hertz. So we kind of all familiar with the Hertz 100,000 Tesla order. It's drawn a lot of criticism, I guess, rightfully so. But originally it was thought to all be Model 3s. But it came out this week that Model Ys are going to be included in that 100K. And I don't think we know
It's great.
how many,
I
but they
think
will
that's-
be available
yeah.
in April.
And I think that's great news. It makes sense
Oh, yeah.
because the Model 3, while it's a good car, I think it'll be nice to have variety. And also the Model Y is larger, more cargo. And if people are going to
Definitely.
be renting a car, they're going to probably
With
have luggage.
luggage,
And so
yeah.
you'd think they probably want a slightly larger vehicle. And this way they can offer that. And it does sound like the Model Ys through Hertz were going to be coming probably at the end of April.
Yep.
And they currently have them, they're starting to like list them in their system, but there's not any currently available yet. And these are still only available in limited markets, and it's typically like airport locations, stuff like that. But it's good to see that Hertz is going all in and ordering these 100,000 Teslas. And I think that really shows they can trust and they believe in Tesla. And that's it would be nice if we saw some other companies placing similar orders. But again, as we mentioned in the past, Hertz didn't get any special deals on this.
Nope.
They're paying like the full retail price that everybody else is. And Elon was even kind of saying, they're just a regular customer. It's like, I think it'd be a little nicer if somebody bought 100,000, several $1 billion worth of
$4.2 billion
vehicles.
order.
I'd be a little nicer and thankful, but basically they are a big customer, and it's cool to see that they are going all in like that with Tesla.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see that Hertz did that. I mean, they even announced it at the Super Bowl. So how many millions of dollars do they pay for that Super Bowl commercial?
And we've even been seeing ads. I can't remember when we've streamed some shows. We've been seeing some Tesla ads. But it's interesting to see. We get a lot of ads when we're streaming stuff from electric vehicle manufacturers, and it's interesting to see the competition. But it's cool to see Hertz is actually advertising this as well.
But the great thing about this is Hertz paid full price. Hertz is advertising they have them. Therefore, Hertz is advertising for Tesla while paying $4.2 billion to Tesla.
Wow.
It's like the whole idea of Tesla needing ads from some people just blows my mind.
It's
because
totally different,
when you see this, like, Tesla doesn't need ads.
It's
everybody else
when you
does
compare
more.
it to other auto manufacturers and
Yes.
how many billions of dollars they spend on advertising. Tesla doesn't spend any of that, and they spend the most money, I think, on research and development.
That is
and they're
another
able to
study
come out
that
with
came
newer
out.
vehicles with the best technology, and they're letting other people, like do their advertising for them. The cars sell themselves, and
Exactly.
and they're sold out through many models are sold out through the end of 2023 already, and we're only in March. And,
Yeah.
And so this is, it definitely, maybe the supply chain is a little slow in some places, but for the most part, these cars are sold out through the end of the year already. And we did talk a little bit in the past how people noticed that if you added full self-driving to the vehicle, you could always remove it or add it at a later date. But people were finding that, or Tesla finally kind of caught that loophole, and they changed it. So if you do have full self-driving and you decide to remove it, there's a little warning now that says it will delay delivery of your vehicle. So that's something where in the past they didn't have that warning, and you could wait up until the day of delivery to have it removed. But it sounds like Tesla's kind of, a lot of people were probably taking advantage of that loophole and canceling full self-driving. It'd be nice if maybe you could add, as a subscription, but I think right now this just shows that they're trying to get those higher margin vehicles out the door, and the full self-driving is like $12,000 of profit that doesn't really cost them as much with the hardware.
Yeah, I mean, they're already paying to put the hardware in the vehicles,
Yeah.
so at least this way they're able to really get more money out of it. But it does kind of suck because, I mean, some of these vehicles, like if you go look at Model 3s, they've broadened the date range a little bit on some of these. But it looks like Model 3, the earliest you could get one is June through August. Model Y is potential January of 2023. If you get a performance, it's a little quicker. Model S is as late as September. And Model X is as late as March of 2023, unless, of course, you get a plaid variant. But, it's getting to be quite a ways out there. So I'm curious, what percentage of vehicles being built are for Hertz? And what percentage of Hertz's deal will be Model Ys? Because like you mentioned, I think the Model Y is a better vehicle to rent in terms of most of the time you're going to have some luggage. It's not going to normally be one person, but I don't know. I'm happy to see the Model Y.
It would be interesting too if these timelines do change in the next couple of weeks, because with the Gigafactory in Austin opening up, producing the Model Y, they're going to now have 2 different factories in the United States alone producing those vehicles. And so maybe those timelines will drop.
Hopefully. I know a lot of people are already considering. I've seen some people, at least 1, 2 actually, that got a Austin VIN looking to sell their vehicle already.
Oh, already? Wow.
Yes.
And we still don't know the specs. Will it be the 4680? Will it be an LFP battery? We don't know.
No idea.
Yet. So we should be finding those out in the next couple of weeks.
Yes. Yep. Fingers crossed. At the very latest, I would say April 7th. But
yeah,
I don't know. Something tells me we might
maybe
find
a little
out
bit
before.
then, yeah.
Because they're going to start delivering them anyway, so you might as well.
Another thing we didn't talk about with the Cyber Rodeo, they're coming up in April, is right there in the name, Cyber.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to see the Cybertruck make an appearance again. And, we were at the Cybertruck event back at the end of 2019, but we really haven't gotten a lot of details or, people have gotten some spy shots. It's been seen around town, being seen on some test tracks. Elon said a few times there's going to be a lot of changes here and there. First he said it was going to be smaller, then he said, no, we're going to make it the same size. But basically we don't have a lot of details like the specs.
No.
Hopefully we'll finally get some of those details, and it could be coming there April 7th.
And they removed a lot from online as well. So if you look at their Cybertruck section, they removed a lot from here.
But it will be interesting to see if we finally get some concrete details, because since the Cybertruck was announced, we've heard all kinds. We know all the details about Rivian. We know how many power outlets it has. All the sizes of its battery. We've seen the Ford F-150 Lightning. We've seen the Silverado from Chevy. They're coming out with an EV, and other manufacturers are coming out with all these EV trucks as well. So it'd be interesting to see what's if we can
Tesla
finally get some
do?
specs, like how many power outlets are we going to have? Can it do reverse charging? We don't know yet, but hopefully we'll find those out soon.
Yeah, there's so many what ifs with the Cybertruck at this moment because we don't really know too much about it in the grand scheme of it compared to all these other trucks. So yeah,
even the pricing, because the pricing went away,
and everything has been removed from online, like dual motor, tri motor, all that is gone from here. You literally just do a deposit. So what are our orders look like? Actually, that's I'm curious
Because
to look
since
at that.
when it was first announced,
I don't
it was
remember
triple motor was the highest end,
Yep.
tri-motor. But since then, Elon's, I believe, aren't they going to have the quad motor one?
Yes.
And then they've also announced all kinds of other changes, like the 4-wheel steering and other things. So it'll be interesting to see what changes, and if our existing reservations can be upgraded without losing our place in line.
So the interesting thing, though, I pulled up our reservation real quick. Well, one of them. And this one was for the dual motor, and it says your design, dual motor, and full self-driving. There is even an order agreement, but I don't think that actually lists.
Yeah, it just probably says prices are subject to change.
It doesn't even list the price.
So basically, you have a reservation, but there's nothing about price in it.
But it is interesting how our order or our reservation still says dual, and this one says tri-motor.
Yeah.
So when are we going to be able to upgrade to the quad?
Hopefully we'll
and
be
all
able to
that?
upgrade that to a quad without losing
Yes.
our spot. Because we ordered it while right
Literally
after they
at
rolled
the
it on the
stage.
stage.
Yeah.
We made one reservation and then we went outside and made a second reservation. Within another half an hour.
Yeah.
And so since the event, the Cybertruck event.
Yeah.
So hopefully that
Very
puts us-
excited for that.
Hopefully that puts us in line a little sooner than people who are reserving today. But you never know with Tesla, because as we've seen, we ordered a Model X, back at the end of 2020, and again, it's been probably like 453 days or so, and other people are getting delivery, but we haven't gotten ours yet. But I have seen, one of our friends, we mentioned he took delivery recently of his Model X, which was about 450 days as well.
Yeah.
That he took delivery of his, but they are making deliveries. You mentioned something about some people were upset about rumors of
there
Model
was
X's being in inventory and
Yeah,
people are getting calls.
Let me see if I can find that tweet. Somebody was on Twitter earlier, and they said they got a call to upgrade from their Model Y to a Model X, and they could get it basically immediately because there were a few in inventory, and a bunch of people were on that thread saying, hey, I've been waiting for like a year. What about selling it to me instead? And so I don't know if, since it is end of quarter, are they just looking to move those last few cars in key locations or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be my guess.
And I'm sure that
But I
those
don't
are
know.
they're trying to sell them at full price. 'Cause
Yes, probably.
Since we placed our order there, 453 days ago, the price has gone up nearly $30,000, I think. So maybe that's probably one of the reasons we haven't gotten the call yet. But we are still waiting for that car. But
I guess let's talk about this then. If Tesla called us tomorrow and said they have one we could pick up, would we do it, or would we wait till July, like our current estimated delivery date?
I think it would be good just go ahead and get it over with now, because we are expecting other perhaps vehicles later this year, maybe not Tesla, that you don't want to get them both in the same month, and or you know what, that would be a good way to if we took delivery of that, then maybe that's probably going to mean the next one would be they're going to call us in the next week, because that's the way stuff works.
That is 100% how it always works. Somebody sent me the tweet to my Twitter messages. Oh my God, you guys are so great. Yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking about. Okay, let me open this real quick and then save it. Thank you very much for sending that to me. But anyway, this is timeout.
Switch it over so they can see.
I'm trying to.
Oh, you gotta open it on the other computer.
I'm trying to open it right
Is this
so
the
that
tweet
I
I
don't.
mentioned about the other screen though?
No, this is the
different.
tweet regarding the Model X.
Oh, the upgrades. Yeah.
Yes.
From a Model Y.
So,
That's a pretty big upgrade,
is
though. I mean, definitely.
a
it's more-
video. Why did I open that?
If people reserved a Y, that would be a big change to swap over to an X. But I do know some people have mentioned online that they bought a Y just because they had immediate delivery while they're waiting for an X, and then they're planning on trading it in. And I've heard that Tesla's trade-in values for a lot of vehicles have actually been pretty good.
Really?
In the last couple of weeks. I mean, people were like selling cars that were like 4 years old and still getting top dollar for 2018s, and basically they were able to, kind of like what we did with my Model S, where I was able to upgrade to a new Model S for like $20-something thousand for a 5-year newer car.
Okay, I'm trying to get this. Why is it opening it in Paint? What is going on here? Okay, let me just drag this down so that we can see it, because saving it is becoming too much of a pain. I just need to. Okay. Here we go. Yay, we got it. Okay, so Jillian,
Jillian.
Jillian Parker said, Tesla sales rep just called to see if I'd be interested in a Model X instead of Model Y. He said they have a lot available, and they're calling people waiting for the Y to see if they want to change to an X. And then she did a bunch of like answering people's questions and stuff. And I guess it was like an immediate delivery kind of thing. And that, I mean, rightfully so. Some people have been waiting just equally as long as us, some even longer than us. So that's kind of frustrating. I agree with that. Thank you for sending me that. I really do appreciate it. Okay, let's see. That's pretty much it for the news, though.
Yeah, I've already taken my seatbelts off, so we can open it up to questions and stuff like. There are a couple of other things that were just news. They're not necessarily Tesla news, but I did read over the past week that the United States government has actually approved removing controls for autonomous vehicles, and so. Basically, cars going forward, if they are going to have autonomous functionality, like totally 100% always autonomous, they won't need steering wheels or anything like that in there. And we have seen some weird, buses and other vehicles that work on closed loops and campuses and stuff didn't have any controls. And there's even some here in the Denver area. Where I know of a couple places, including my old workplace, that has a totally automated shuttle that goes around. Doesn't have any controls, but it's interesting to see the government's now approved those vehicles. So maybe we'll be seeing some other vehicles here in the future.
But technically, if it's on private property, can't you just do whatever you want?
I suppose it can, but this is going to be for vehicles that are going
public roads.
Public roads, yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that was in the news, I saw that Mercedes is actually starting to accept responsibility for accidents if you are using their system. But if you read the fine print, their system it's when you're like going like less than 40 miles an hour. So it's kind of like a traffic jam assist we've seen from Volvo and some other manufacturers. And so, well, that's cool to see that the manufacturer is going to be accepting responsibility. That shows they have that much trust in their vehicle. You got to read the fine print, and then it's again less than 40 miles per hour.
Print.
It's not when it's going 75 on the highway and stuff like that, and it's not in all locations. So it is cool to see that, though, and it would be nice if Tesla started offering that sometime in the future.
Oh, definitely. And I'm sure that's Tesla's goal, especially as they roll out insurance in more places.
Exactly, and we did have heard that Tesla did recently upgrade. I think they're rolling out in like 7 states now, so they keep adding more states. Still not available everywhere. I still don't know if we'd go with that, but it'd be something definitely to get a price quote on.
I would definitely get the quote and then see how we look from there. I just have a hard time with people like seeing everything. We talk about it every time, but it's like if I slam on the brakes because there's a deer there and it dings me for that, but technically I slammed on the brakes to avoid an potential accident. It's like I should be rewarded for being a safe, active driver.
It shouldn't be based on individual things like that. Now, if you slammed on the brakes every 20 minutes on your drive to work, and then on the drive home from work, then they're going to see a pattern there. But if it's here or there, 1 or 2, shouldn't be affecting the score. And that, unfortunately, in the way the Tesla safety score is, it penalizes you for individual events like that.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. I'm just gonna jump up top and start answering some questions. Diego said Shanghai was just shut down. Hope for not long.
We talked about we were talking about that
lunch.
At lunch, where they had been shut down a couple weeks ago when they totally shut down the city, and now it sounds like it's shut down again for Shanghai itself is shut down for 9 days. We don't know how long the Tesla factory is going to be shut down, if it is at all this time.
Yeah.
Because it's not like right in Shanghai. So how much of the metropolitan area is shut down, we don't know yet.
Yeah, I'll reach out to my contact in Shanghai and see. Jay. Capturing the Awesome said the 12th Model Y from Berlin was already rear-ended.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, my God. That sucks so bad. I'm sorry it's not funny, but that's how I work through things. That's terrible. Hopefully they were okay, though. NA said, when do you think Hardware 4 will start to roll out to Model S and X?
Probably, I would say within a week.
After we take delivery.
Exactly, a week after we take delivery. So we both know the answer. So that's the way it works.
Okay, so when we bought our first Model X, I don't know if very many of you people remember it because we really didn't have it long. A week after we got it, in which, by the way, it was one of the first vehicles with hardware 3
So we figured
computer.
this is the last big change. They've switched over to Autopilot 3. It's safe to take delivery because we know a week before they were still delivering Autopilot 2.5, and we saw
And we
one of the very
jumped
first
to several different X's during that time that were in inventory.
because we saw it's like, oh no, that one only has 2.5. We see this one's in inventory. Because we were still scraping the inventory code from Tesla's site, and we could see, oh, this one's got Autopilot 3. We want that one. So he's like, we're safe to take delivery of that. Within a week, they basically dropped the price, and then they came out with the Raven.
Yeah.
And the Raven had an improved suspension and a much longer range and all kinds of other cool, not huge upgrades, but better than what we had just purchased. And so we recognized that we needed to, if we wanted to not lose, or take a bath, whatever you want to say, on that vehicle, we needed to sell it right away. So we listed it for sale with less than 1,000 miles on it, and by the time we delivered it to the buyer, it had like 1999 miles.
But 900 miles of those was taking it to the buyer.
Yeah, they were okay with us doubling the miles.
Yeah.
On it, yeah.
But I mean, I guess in the long run, I was happy we did that because we did meet somebody really cool.
Yeah,
and
that
had
was
a very
cool experience, and we got to do a road trip, and
Yep.
and again, it was cool to have the Model X for that brief time. But I hope we can get another one here within the next 3 months, and hopefully keep that one longer.
Yes, very, very, very excited for Model X. Frank said, "Have you sold the Plaid? Update on Plaid maybe this week. I need to give an update on that. It's been a while. I answered that. Robert said 12,000 of profit, maybe worth $1,000 currently. 1,000 for the red light beep. LOL. And the auto lane change. That's actually kind of nice. But yes, again, is it worth a full 12,000?
No.
That's up to you to decide. I would say if it came with beta automatically. You have a better argument.
I still wish we've been talking about this for like the past year, but I still wish they offered enhanced autopilot and full self-driving a special or separate package, because back in 2016, at the end of 2016 when they came out with it, they were replacing Autopilot 1 with Autopilot 2. Autopilot 1 had been one price, $3,000. They came out with Autopilot 2 and it was going to be $5,000 for the enhanced autopilot, and then another $3,000 for full self-driving. And I thought that was fair, because if you didn't want all the features, you could split it up and just get those enhanced autopilot packages. Since then, they did change things up, and they've moved most of that functionality that was in that enhanced autopilot package. They moved it into the full self-driving package, and they gave like a basic version of autopilot for free. And while that's okay, it's missing my favorite feature, which is auto lane change. And a lot of people don't know this, but they complain about how bad autopilot is because it disengages whenever you change the lane. That's because you're just using the free version of it. If you have the full version of it, it doesn't do that.
But it leaves people with a bad image of what autopilot
Tesla's
looks like.
dumbing it down, making it cheap, giving you a free version. But by doing that, people think, oh, I'm not going to buy this. It can't even change lanes without me having to turn it on and off. And people just don't know that the functionality is there, but you have to pay a huge step. So it would be nice, I think, again, if they had separate packages instead of this 12,000. Or it'd be nice, like we saw in the past, they offered you a free trial for like a month, and they took that away. It'd be nice if they brought that back, because if they're renting it out at $200 a month, why not give everybody a 1 month trial when you first get the car? They would probably get a lot of sales out of that.
Yeah, totally. Real quick, Pierre, thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. Said, colored microfiber towels from AutoZone bled on my white seats. AutoZone told me to give them a bill for a replacement. What's the cost of a bench seat?
Oh wow, not cheap. Oh, well, like this right here. Well,
I think Pierre, this is the brand new Model S.
Oh wow, so a second, yeah. That's not good.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
That's weird though, because that must be really bad, like dye job on those microfiber towels.
God, yeah, that's awful. I can't believe that's bad. Just go ahead and put it in chat though, Pierre. Is this the Model S?
Yeah,
bench seat?
I think that is a brand new, what 2022 or so.
God, that sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Yikes. I'm trying to. Do you want to look further in chat and see when he responds and let us know?
Okay, yeah.
I'll look up the price for that too. Kelly Archive said my Model Y long range no FSD ordered earlier this month has been pushed back from August to September. What are the odds of being in Austin with 4680s?
I think it's too early to tell because
yeah.
one,
We don't even know.
We don't know where you're located at or what's what he said long range. We don't know yet, but hopefully in the next 2 weeks we'll know. Are the cars coming out of Austin? Are they really going to be going to the central U.S. and the eastern United States? Or are they going to be a certain build, such as 4680s? Or are they going to be performance? We don't know yet, but hopefully in 2 weeks we'll have the answer for you, or at least a better idea.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I'm looking real quick at second row seat covers for the bench seat.
Oh, Ryan Robertson was talking about for a Turo host for the last 4 years, his Model Y way outperforms his Model 3. And I could totally see that. And
Yeah.
that's what we said
definitely.
when we had the Model 3. It was a great car. But again, as soon we were wanting to be one of the first Model Y owners. We got one back, March of 2020. And it was just so much better because
Shout out to Roger.
that additional room for cargo and dogs, stuff like that. It's just so much better, especially when it has almost the same range as a Model 3 and almost the same footprint, but just that additional volume. And we just felt it was a better vehicle for our needs. So I could definitely see why it would be doing better on Turo and at Hertz.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've rented Model 3s off Turo before, but there wasn't Model Ys available at the time. Otherwise, I definitely probably would have gone with a Y, for sure. Let's see. Capturing the Awesome said 6 to 9 months for Model 3 order in Australia, not able to order Y or S or X.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard the wait is so long in some countries that they're just like they just
stop
gave
taking
up and
orders?
take order. Yeah, because otherwise people kind of like are waiting for over a year.
We know the feeling. Hockey Day said, I think of your car is wiped out in an accident, Tesla should push to order to the front. That would be nice.
I know that in the past they did kind of do that in the past when they didn't have overwhelming demand for a year, but we have seen that in the past. But unfortunately, I don't. It might depend too. If you get in good with your local guy there, maybe they can move you to the front of the line. But it's not something they do as a company-wide policy.
So then, say you get in an accident and it's a complete loss. How long will they pay for a rental car for you if your order's 6 months out?
Yeah,
like how does that
your
work?
Insurance is not gonna cover that. Yeah.
So you just
might,
like SOL?
Pretty much. I mean, you can go. It depends too. Is the accident your fault or the others?
Oh,
but
okay.
most insurance is probably only going to be a month, if that.
Yeah.
So.
Real quick, back to Pierre. I have the part pulled up, and the second. I'm assuming this is the Model S. I'm pretty sure it is. A second row seat cushion for Model S in white is $1,760. It is a restricted part, though. Tesla has to order it and install it themselves. That's a big chunk of change.
It's sad if it's such a new vehicle too, because if it was like a 5 year, like if it was our S100D 5 years old, I would probably look on eBay or something like that.
Yeah.
You could probably find one a lot cheaper.
Not
and
on a
get it
new
shipped
car
to you.
though.
But for a brand new car like that, people aren't going to be selling parts, especially at a discount.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Let's see. Just had Tesla quote me $4,100 for new suspension from Michael. That seems expensive. I think. Do you have the Model S, Michael?
I don't know too why. Yeah, I wonder why he needs a new suspension.
That seems expensive.
Hockey, did you jump your car?
That was not me that jumped the Model S.
Yeah, were you that one car there that
was
launched
not
the
me.
vehicle?
Oh yeah. Oh, I get it. Was he asking Michael? Got it. I mean, that car needs basically everything. So, let's see. Peter said, "Hey guys, it's been a while. How much is the Tesla solar panels and Powerball improved since November of 2021? Looking into it and noticed that the prices have increased since then." I don't think really much has changed. I bet the price increase is just due to supply
chain
stuff, and all that jazz.
I'm sure there's not really.
Yeah.
I don't know of any. I haven't heard of any announcements of any increases in because for a while there Tesla did change to a new gateway and then they changed to a new integrated system like Powerwall 2 Plus and all kinds of changes last year. But I haven't heard of any changes in the last 4 months. So it's probably just like Eric said because of cost increases for supplies and parts.
Michael has a 2014 Model S.
2014. Oh, so that's an older one then.
Yeah, so it's probably out of warranty then.
Yeah, so he might be able to find a cheaper one if it's that old.
Well, he's the suspension.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm thinking back to the seats guy.
You're thinking Pierre again.
Pierre, sorry,
yeah.
Pierre. Sorry, Michael.
So I mean, $4,100 versus air suspension doesn't seem terrible, but does everything have to be replaced? That seems like a lot. Let's see.
How much is are there aftermarket suspensions, like air suspensions, or is it just?
No, not for Model S's and X's because they came with it, so nobody really put the
Yeah.
R&D into it. Chame. Holy said that right. David is correct. Tesla offered me $60K for my 2021 Model Y, trading in for a 7-seat Model Y. Made $1,000.
Yeah, see,
Damn, nice.
a lot of people are like, and we heard about this a
Yeah.
little bit last year too, where people were selling their car, trading it in, or selling it for more than they pay for it, and they've been driving it for 2-3 years.
So originally, I heard a lot of people with SRs, Carvana, Vroom, all of them were valuing it at like long range prices.
Oops.
So
They screwed up.
I heard many people sold their SR and SR Plus to CarMax, Vroom, all those, and made a ton of money because they were giving them and offering them like long range prices. So that sucks for them, but
Yeah.
kind of crazy to be honest.
And I saw Per mentioned he saw his first Rivian R1T in the Bay Area. Cool. I still haven't seen one around
I haven't seen one
the
around
Denver
town.
area, except for when we went on our little test drive thing,
Yep.
and we saw dozens of them in the parking lot. And that was cool because I had never seen one in real life, in person, until we made it to the Rivian service center, and the whole lot was, full of them. So it was cool. And then everybody was, I think when we were driving it around for a couple hours, everybody was like, twisting their necks and we saw people pulling out their cameras, trying to slyly take pictures of us, or they were pointing it like.
Actually, so remember the person with the red Model X?
Yeah, we saw one.
So,
and he had
no.
his license plate was like SpaceX or something like that.
He posted on Sean's status
Oh.
on Twitter saying he saw it.
It was
and
us
It was
driving.
actually us, but
that was cool.
I didn't want to ruin
Yeah.
anything, so I
it
just
was
let it slide.
eastbound on
Yeah.
I-70 right before
it's funny.
Steel Street or whatever, and we saw him, and he was like kind of stuck, and
That's
he
because
had
as we
his
went
phone
by,
pulling out.
he went like this.
Yeah, it's like, and so, but the thing is, the windows were like tinted, and he couldn't see. If I had rolled it down, he's like, "That's David and Eric," but instead, Sean posted a video, and he thought, "Oh, that must have been Sean."
Yeah.
So it's
It's
cool
okay.
though. But it's cool that the truck is drawing a lot of attention, because especially here in Colorado, people are really excited about that because it's really good for the Colorado lifestyle. So we're looking forward to ours. But as Eric mentioned, our current build is delayed or not expected anytime soon, so we're going to see if we can tweak our order and maybe get it moved up sooner.
Yeah, trying to see if we can change interior, exterior options, whatever.
And keep the original price, because we did get locked in
Yes.
before that big price increase there a few weeks back.
Mace, welcome to chat. Hopefully
hey,
all is well.
Mace.
Said, sorry if I already discussed, but are you guys going to Texas? Hopefully, if we get an invite, I will go.
At least Eric will be going.
I have some really good ideas if I can get an invite on how to make it fun for everybody. So
Oh, I just had an even better idea.
Hopefully.
Do you remember Backpack Boy?
no. Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, I'll just say that.
Okay, yeah.
So you got to be practicing here.
Yeah, I got some work to do. Roger said LFP energy density is improving dramatically. Recently built a battery with EVE 304 amp hour
yeah, I remember.
cells that are basically the same size as 100 amp hour cells from 5 years ago.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, did I ever send you the pictures that Roger
you
sent me?
you showed me. Yeah.
Like that battery self storage thing is pretty
And
cool.
I think he was replying to Pete up above, who was
Yeah.
talking about a Powerwall 3.
Yep.
I haven't heard the news yet, so anything about Powerwall 3.
No.
I think there was like one tweet about it, but I haven't gotten any details yet. But he was talking about if they, maybe they'll have LFP so they can be charged 100% and not have any memory issues. But yeah, hopefully we'll be hearing more about the Powerwall 3s. We are still like 100% happy with our Powerwall 2s. Okay, maybe 99% because there's some software changes, and as we complained about when they updated the app to version 4, we kind of lost all of our ability to report on like comparing usage versus power generation. The graphs, I think, don't provide nearly as much information. They provide different information, but not the stuff we were used to for the previous couple of years. So that's a software issue. They could totally fix that if they wanted to, but we are still happy with the performance of our Powerwalls and our solar.
Definitely.
Especially now, it's funny, Tesla just like retweeted one of my things. I tweeted
From like a year ago.
It's funny, Tesla I don't think thought a year, but thanks very much, because we posted like mid-March of last year how our system was now producing over 100 kilowatt hours per day, just because the days are getting longer. We're now into spring, and how we're going to have a surplus through now July. We're going to be pretty much generating more power every day, or averages out over the month from now through the end of October, and then we'll have a surplus through the rest that will carry us over into those darker and cooler months. But Tesla retweeted that, and I got a lot of new followers, and nobody noticed, I guess, that was from a year ago. But the good news is we are hitting that point again now. We're generating over 100 kilowatt hours per day, and so we're going to be averaging over 3,000, 4,000 kilowatt hours here in the next couple months.
Yeah. Real quick, Devon said, did you guys see the close-up of the Crimson that Sawyer posted? And so I pulled that up real quick. This is someone posted this in German, and it actually translates to Tesla Model Y with new colors exclusive from Giga Berlin. Like the blue very much. So it's definitely like a lighter blue. And then you have the
Midnight Silver.
It's a different kind of gray. And that's the Crimson.
That. Wow, that's different.
I know, that looks good. I like that. I think we really need some new colors here in the States bad. And it's getting a little stagnant. Yeah,
that would be cool. We did see a really, was it like Robin's Blue or something?
It was the same color as Nam's X.
Old X, but it was a Model Y when we were driving around today. So probably a wrap. Don't know who that is. Haven't met them yet, but it definitely stood out when you see a car that's a different color.
Yeah. Real quick, Fred, thank you for the $10. No comment, but if you have a comment, just throw it in chat. It's cool. But I really appreciate the $10. And then Amy came in with $2. Said, "Where are my favorite four-legged redheads?" So they are
right there,
asleep.
Yeah, as usual. Yeah, lead and spread out here.
Hey, what's this? What's this? She opened up her eyes.
We need to start having like a treat cam or something. Like every time they get a super chat, we can.
look that way.
They would probably like that. I'd say we always take them for a walk, shortly before our live stream, just so that they'll, be calmed down. But maybe one of these days we won't, and then
maybe
they'll be moving around a little bit more.
Yeah, you'll see the crazy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really do appreciate that. But again, Fred, if you had any questions or anything, feel free just throw it in chat. Let's see. Keith said, had a dangerous phantom braking using CC or autopilot, finally upgraded to 2022.8.2 and all is fixed. Nice. Luckily, I didn't have any issues with phantom braking in quite a while. So it's nice. But it's always good to not have any issue to begin with. Peter said, when I'm driving my Model Y, Google Maps shows I'm driving 58 miles an hour when the Y reads 60. Have you experienced this? When I'm driving my Jeep Grand Cherokee, the speed matches exactly to Google. Have you changed the wheel configuration? Make sure that's up to date.
Yeah, make sure it's showing the 19 or 21 or what car?
Model Y.
So 20 inches. Yeah.
Is it 18 or 20 or 19 or 20? I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think it was 19 or 20
That's bad.
On the Model Y.
I don't even remember.
But another thing too is I think I would probably trust the Model Y.
Definitely, I would use that.
Reading more than Google Maps, just because it's got to go, but again, I don't know.
It is 19 or 20 inch, so maybe. Let's see. Hockey Day said Shanghai isn't shut down to sleeping in the factory.
Oh, okay. So everybody just live at the factory for a couple.
I mean, when they were building it, they had their own housing across the street.
Right across
remember?
the street. Yeah. And I don't know if they got rid of that or if some of the housing is still there.
I think it's gone, but
maybe
they're gonna bring it back
since then.
Yeah. Let's see. James said Tesla Israel still offers enhanced autopilot and separate FSD pricing.
Nice, yeah.
Interesting.
I think some other countries have that as well.
Is that a mandate?
No, it's just because the uptake, the buy-in, people aren't buying it because it's a huge increase. Yeah. If the car is only 36 or 40,000 to start, you don't want to pay another 20% to add a software feature when all of that software functionality isn't there. So by offering these separate prices, even in China, I think they're offering it separately. So it'd be nice if they brought that back worldwide.
Is it also maybe potentially due to full self-driving being a lot further out for those countries?
It could be it as well, yeah.
Let's see. Assad said FSD costs around 6K USD in Norway, but we have no beta. When FSD beta is coming to Europe, particularly Norway.
I don't know, but I thought Elon said that Norway was going to be
one of the
after
first?
Canada.
Oh, okay.
That was mid last year.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say 2 weeks.
But basically, we know that Teslas are very popular in Norway, so that would be my guess that it's hopefully next on the list.
Yeah.
And again, Elon tweeted about this if you go back sometime last year, so hopefully he holds true to that and you guys get it soon.
Yeah. Saw your message, Pierre, about the Model S. He used auto orange degreaser to get most of it out. If you need the price from Tesla, let me know and I can send you a screenshot so you can send it to them. Because unfortunately, unless you have like a purchasing account, I don't think you can see prices on their parts catalog. Let's see. Somebody said I'm watching from the beginning at 2x speed to get caught up.
Yeah.
What did we used to watch at 2x speed and like the voices get very high?
There are a few things, but then they actually though some of them they came out with improved software so they could keep the voices low, but you can still watch it low.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
that was good. I haven't done that in a while though.
Yeah.
Doing a lot more streaming of stuff now instead of watching it on the DVR. So.
Yep. Mando, welcome. It said Model Y all-wheel drive, 279-mile range. What type of batteries do you think it has?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll tell you on April 7th.
The thing is there's so many things that they could have done. It might not even have 4680s.
Yeah, it could have LFPs. It could have 4680s. It could just 2160 or whatever, 2170s. We don't know yet.
There's
so many different combinations.
potentials.
And I've seen a lot of people theorize, well, they could have dropped this number of packs or cells and this and that. We don't know.
Yeah. Somebody said they wanted to guess my shirt color, but we went blue this week.
I'm going to guess blue.
No gray. Mando said, what do you guys think of Elon getting sick of Twitter and maybe think of creating his own social media app? I mean, dude's got a lot on his plate.
I don't know why.
I understand the issues with Twitter. To be honest, some weeks I'm just like, you know what? I just don't want to have anything on Twitter or whatever. But I don't know.
So he said that? It's like, but what's wrong with, what is he complaining about? I didn't see that, so I don't know what he's complaining about.
I'll pull it up. Time out.
So I can't comment on that because it's like he uses it a lot, and I know I don't use Twitter a lot. I have my own complaints about it, but he seems to have millions of followers and use it all the time. So it seems like he kind of likes using it.
So I'm just pulling it up real quick. Where is it? Wow, he does tweet a lot. He was like tweeting how it's like blocking freedom of speech and stuff like that kind of thing. I don't know.
So is it him personally, or is he just complaining that other people are getting blocked?
I think it's everybody.
I know, but I mean, it's Twitter. It's their terms of service. If you use it,
that's the thing. Is like technically you have to agree to everyone's terms of service.
And Elon could totally start his own thing, but I don't know. Do we need? There's so many different apps and stuff out there. It's like,
yeah. Michael said it's $1,100 for parts and $3,000 for the labor.
Wait, to install a seat?
No.
Oh no, sorry. This is a suspension. I keep getting him confused with Pierre. Two different people. And I was like, what? It's like that seat. Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's so funny. The air suspension. So suspension can be a very pricey thing to install.
Oh, those parts aren't actually that bad.
He said, I just want to total the car, to be honest. I mean, maybe just get the new air suspension and then sell it, I guess. Are there speed limit signs on that one street in California, like over the blind? Oh, you bet.
Oh, okay, because I was just saying, because if you were just going the speed limit and you accidentally went over the hill like that, would that total the car?
I don't know. Probably. Timo said it was great to stay again. The Gigafactory 4. First time in October was a big show, but now they make real cars.
Oh, cool.
So he got to go see it. That's cool.
Yeah, and we were planning on going out there, but...
there's a little thing called coronavirus.
Yeah,
that kind of ruined it.
Which was, we didn't go anywhere in 2020 and only went like one place in 2021. And then, but one of these days we'll make it out to Germany, I'm sure. Maybe next year.
Yeah. Somebody asked, how many monitors do I have? I see you looking all over the place. So I have one here. That's the streaming PC. And then I have one here. That's the gaming PC. Also, like when I do like a desktop, that's what you see. But then the camera's kind of in the middle. So I kind of like...
Yeah, so
I'm all over the place.
He has like technically four, but one of them is like as big as 2 or 3.
Yeah, this one's an ultra wide.
I don't know how wide it is.
Hold on, let's do this.
It's like really wide compared to a regular monitor. So yeah, he's moving all around.
There you go. It's a little obnoxious.
Oh, Pierre Williams said he saw a Rivian in the wild today too in Madison, Wisconsin. So yeah, they are starting to make it around. And I found out the one that we had that one day, we heard it was out in Moab. And so they're
he
going all
drove.
around.
He got permission to drive it out to Moab, but now he brought it back, and then they picked it up and they
Took it someplace
took it
else.
somewhere else.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get another test drive in the Rivian one of these
Hopefully
days.
they just will sell us a
Or
car.
we'll get our delivery a lot sooner. We'll see.
Because technically, if I get one on loaner, I can't take it apart.
Yeah.
But if we get our own, just saying, it would happen. Michael said, I saw a nice blue Kia EV6 today. It looked really good. So I've actually been seeing those a lot around town lately.
Yeah,
a lot.
and we kind of liked it, and it had some nice features. It's definitely an improvement over what they offered. You know, last time we
Previously.
looked at like a battery, like their Optima. I think it was even a plug-in hybrid, so it didn't have a really good battery range. So what they're producing now is much better, you know, over 200 miles range. It looks nice. The inside, like we've talked about it in the past, it was okay. They do have a lot of screens and stuff, but they still had some buttons here and there. It still felt like an old car, even though it's a brand new EV. But on the interior, it still had like the start button and stuff like that. And as we mentioned, when we got out of the car, the salesman was all concerned that he's like, "You didn't turn it off," and so he had ran back and had to turn off the car. So, but it's nice to see there's more competition coming out, and I've seen like some other ones from Toyota around town, and I haven't seen one yet. But one of our friends mentioned he saw Lucid out there in Lucid Air out in Utah. So it's cool to see people are seeing these other vehicles all over the place.
John on Twitter actually bought one.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I should message him again and see how it's going.
I know those would be neat, but it's just like those. I really like the interior
expensive.
on the Lucid, but yeah, the price it's up there.
Money. Let's see. Chris said the other day, the first 4 cars I saw while driving my Y were also Ys.
Yeah.
So strange and cool. We've been driving a lot, a little bit
Today
lately.
we were in this housing subdivision.
You can say that, I guess.
But we saw so many Teslas just when we first pulled in, Model 3, and then we saw Model Y, then another Model Y, and didn't see any S's or X's that stood out, but so many Model Ys and 3s.
Oh, yeah.
And then on the way home, just everywhere. And then again, we saw that like Robin's Egg blue one. So they're all over the place now. Glad to see that.
Timo said the Model Y Performance has trunk covers now.
I think they've had that. Haven't they had that for a while?
Out of
though?
Shanghai.
Out of They didn't ever bring that to the U.S. Because I saw somebody was like going through frame by frame on the Germany video, and they're like, "Oh, it's got a cargo cover." I'm like, we've known about that.
I don't think they have brought that to the U.S. I could be wrong.
So maybe we don't. I don't know, but I know that the Model Y that we had, neither one of them in 2020 had that, but we did see in 2021 the Shanghai built Model Ys had that. But good, congratulations there in Germany. Yeah, they get that too.
Let's see. Brian said my panels just hit the tipping point this month. March's bill was about $10 credit, so should now be net positive until November.
Nice, yeah.
Nice.
Another thing that we were just talking, you did a video on an aftermarket Model Y cargo cover that you installed.
Yep. Abstract Ocean carries them.
And it was really nice.
Hashtag channel sponsor, hashtag
It was
ad,
really nice
hashtag
install,
check out.
and I can't remember. Did that have lights? I can't remember. Did it have
Yeah,
lights?
there was a light that we put on there.
Okay, so it wasn't part of that.
But look, point down to the supercharger, and you can point to our ad.
Oh, Abstract Ocean.
Yeah. They have it.
So for those
really
people
good.
who have like 2020, 21, vehicles,
You can add that.
Model Ys that don't have that cargo cover, you can have one, and it looks OEM, and it's really easy to install, and it'll take right back out too if you don't want it, or if you need to put something bigger in there, you can take it right back out.
Yeah. Rod said, "Hey guys, took delivery of 2020 Model 3 with FSD computer. Not sure what that means. Do you? It means you have the computer.
With
Whether or
Autopilot
not
3.
you have the software enabled, it depends if you have FSD purchased or
But
not.
basically, you have the same full self-driving computer. That's what they're offering today.
Yes.
And all Model 3, S, X, and Y all still have that same hardware. There is talk that full self-driving 4 hardware will be coming out maybe later this year, but currently you have the latest hardware.
Yep. Let's
full self-driving.
see. Mando said any mod vids coming up for the long range S. Yeah, so I filmed one last weekend. That should hopefully be out
Oh yeah.
this week, maybe
We were waiting
Monday,
on one
Tuesday.
we were waiting on a part, right?
That was another video that I
Oh.
had filmed.
Oh yeah.
And I started opening and unboxing everything and realized I only got one, but I need 2.
Yeah.
So
They hadn't shipped only half the order, and we didn't
Yeah.
know this, even though we got it like months ago or weeks ago.
Weeks ago.
We didn't open up the package, and we're like, oh, we didn't get both of them.
So they sent out the second one already, and I have it. So hopefully that'll be up soon too.
yeah, and that was not Abstract Ocean.
No.
They're always really good at filling our orders and, and confirming that we received the proper package.
Spoiler alert, it's just carbon fiber accessories, because who doesn't love carbon fiber? Let's see. Hockey Day said Elon stated FSD in Europe hopefully this summer.
Okay, so he probably announced that when they were doing those deliveries.
Interesting.
But yeah, and again, he had mentioned last year coming to Norway. So hopefully when it comes to Norway, it will come to like the rest of Europe.
Yeah. Pfeiffer, Kate, said, are you guys going to do a solar update? Yeah, we need to
We should do that. Yeah, we
finish
haven't
that up.
done one recently. So yeah, we
Yep.
should put that on the calendar.
Yep.
But definitely, again, our system's doing great. And right now, I did notice we had a lot of snow recently. So our production in February and March wasn't as high as it could have been. But I think we might be done with snow. We might get a couple more storms here. But last snow we had, it kind of melted off halfway and then stayed for a while. So we noticed some bands of dirt. So we might get up there and kind of spray off the panels some morning just to clean them off a little bit. Other than that, we... pretty happy with it.
Very. Let's see. Hockey Day said Tesla should geofence that jump area, that street.
Oh yeah.
That
Slow it down.
so yeah, that would be funny. Pete said, "Are you the guy who sent the Model S flying over the hill?"
No.
If it was Michael, he would need a lot more than just suspension, because it bumped out the bumper, the radiator, the whole like that car's got to be totaled.
Yeah, and I was glad though the
Gotta be.
the battery didn't
Blow up.
Yeah, so
Didn't
that's
catch
good.
fire.
Yeah. Funny though, speaking, I saw some website. I saw they were talking about how the popularity of e-bikes is exploding, and I thought that was a
Terrible choice of words.
Very poor choice of words.
Let's see. Michael said no, but possibly aiming for the Grand Canyon.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Damn.
Like Evil Knievel or
Go
something
big, go
there.
home.
Yeah.
Mike said, is Cybertruck real or just a drawing? Real. Been in it.
Yeah, we wrote it on that night. They
Video
have at least
online.
and they have more than one. They have a
Yes.
couple of them, at least a few. Who
Yeah.
knows? They could have more, but we just only see one at a time.
Jason said there's a Rivian for sale on Auto Trader, but no
Oh.
price listed.
Oh, well, we should inquire about that.
I'm emailing him right now.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm
but
working.
Again, we did a Rivian video a couple weeks ago.
Wait, how do you even find it though?
And we
Because
were really pleased with the Rivian. It's like we said,
Yeah.
it will probably be our first non-Tesla EV. We have bought many Teslas over the years, and this will probably be the first non-Tesla EV that we purchase.
okay, how do you find the Rivian on there? Because it's not under the list.
Try maybe do a Google search, and then Google auto, and then you can say
Used
site
cars?
autotrader.com and then Rivian.
Stupid. Auto Trader Rivian. Typing sideways is not my strong suit. Yeah, it's not coming up. If you see it, if you could just
So, yeah, send
tweet
away.
it to me, like DM me on Twitter so not everybody sees it and doesn't jack up the price for me, that'd be wonderful. Thank you. PB Doug said, when is the 2022 Model S going to get car karaoke?
Oh yeah, I haven't noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
That's
lot of things
weird.
are missing because it still doesn't have like the Energy app.
Yeah.
And a few other things and it still doesn't have the ability to do separate audio for the rear screen versus
Nope.
the front. So hopefully we'll see some software updates this year, adding some of those features and karaoke included.
Yeah. Let's see. Mace said saw a couple car carriers hauling Rivians for delivery the other day. Yeah, they've really kind of like started pumping them out, which is great. Still, I think only estimating 25,000 for the year though.
Yeah, and I think what we heard is that they still only have the black interior, right?
Yes.
So they're
So at this point, yeah.
they do have kind of some supply constraints, and so they aren't producing every color combination just yet.
Yeah. Piper K said I can barely keep up with my one screen. Yeah, I mean there's a lot, but they're like different computers. So some like if I'm just editing, I'm using like the big one, but if I'm gaming, I'm using this one, or if we're live streaming, I use all four.
What do you ever use that one up there for?
That one?
Yeah.
That one's got like my when I'm editing, that's what I put all my source media on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Matt said recently grabbed a Polestar 2 and having some great luck with the charge. And range on it, lots of attention too.
Nice. We did
Yeah,
the test drive.
it's not bad.
And the cool thing, they brought it out to us at our house.
Yeah.
And showed it all. We got to ask as many questions as we wanted, spend as much time on as we wanted, and we got to drive it around, some of our local roads, and it was cool. It was a really nice car. The range was a little smaller, compared to Tesla, but it was definitely a cool car. One complaint, I guess, too, sitting in the back seat, it did have a little hump.
Oh, yeah, like a typical car.
Like a typical car would have, and that's something you don't find in a Tesla. But other than that, it was a nice car. And it had some cool, storage things in the rear and some other cool features. But again, I would... it's not the car for us, but I can definitely see it being a good car for a lot of people.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Let's see. Where was I? Amy said pretty sure she has the only red Model Y in town. That's because we want you to stand out, Amy. It is a really, really pretty one too. So, Piper Kate said my 2x speed watch is over. Finally caught up to live. Awesome.
Yeah.
Pierre said I saw a Rivian, saw a Rivian charging station. No Rivians around, but a Tesla was using it. Not sure how they are available for non-Rivian cars. So
if it's just a level 2,
yeah, it's just a level 2. I think.
Just use your regular adapter, because I don't think I know that Rivian is putting in a lot of level 2 chargers. I haven't heard yet if they have installed any of their level 3 chargers, but we know there was an announcement just a couple weeks ago that they're putting level 2 Rivian chargers in every state park in Colorado. So that'll really help. And when you are parked for several hours, you don't necessarily need level 3 charging. So it's nice that they're putting these level 2 chargers out in some remote locations.
Yeah. Diego said Electrify America has new advertising, new charging stations, and gas station spots.
We saw that, and they're going to be having solar canopies and adding batteries. So they're kind of taking cue from a lot of Tesla.
Aren't they using Tesla batteries?
I know at some locations they were, at least initially. They might switch to something else for other stations, but it sounds like they're going to go through to a lot of existing stations and add these solar canopies. And while those canopies aren't going to be able to provide all of the charging needs, it's nice that it will provide some energy, but also provide shade and protection from the weather. And Tesla's known this. They've built many stations like this out in California and a few other places. So it's cool to see Rivian's kind of following Tesla and doing something similar.
Definitely.
And again, they're adding batteries too, because as Tesla's noticed at some of these stations, when you have these peak demand charges, it can cost a lot of money if you're using so many kilowatts in a certain hour. The bill can be thousands of dollars, even if you don't charge anything during the month. Once you do that 1 hour, it just pushes the price way up. So by adding these battery systems, that allows them to hopefully lower those peak kilowatts that they're using during certain times and keep from having to pay those huge demand charges.
Yeah. That is not a fridge. That's actually just storage unit. There's just a bunch of camera crap in there. It's very messy. Pie for Kate. That's how you say the name. Sorry about that. Roger said a huge Montana-based gas station chain called Town Pump is building a ton of new stations here that have what I believe are Electrify America stations at them. Love that.
I saw something, or let's see, I'm trying to think where we were seeing somebody saw, we know that Tesla's going to be building a couple superchargers around Colorado. They only have 3 currently on the map that are coming in Colorado. One's in Pueblo, and think it was just announced it's going to be at the convention center. To me, not the best location.
Yeah.
In Pueblo, just because there's some other places, maybe with highway interchanges and stuff like that, with better facilities. But it's good to see they'll at least have one in Pueblo. We know there's going to be one, I think, in Lamar, which is southeast Colorado, and one up in Westminster. It's still nothing at the Come and Go where they've got all the plans done. But somebody took pictures of another gas station just south of the Come and Go. Looks like they're putting in some level 3 charges as well. So we don't know what
maybe
brand that's going to be.
Electrify America?
But it could be Electrify America. So it's cool, though, to see that gas stations around the country are saying, hey, this is the future. We need to get in on this. And they're planning for the future by adding these.
And when you really think about it, even gas, they don't make money off gas normally. Gas is normally
not much,
a loss leader kind of thing. They make money mainly off what they sell inside. So a Tesla is sitting there charging,
or any EVs,
EVs that's sitting there charging. you at least have a captive audience for a little bit of time.
And while not everybody's going to buy anything or everything from you, if you can get a few people to come in there and buy dinner or some snacks or drinks or something
waters,
like that, you're going to be making more money probably off of these EV customers than you are off of a gas customer.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be there a lot longer.
Yeah.
I mean, we never go, well, okay, we haven't bought gas in like 5 or 6 years. But even then, when we did go to gas stations, I'd never spend any money at a convenience store. But if I was there for half an hour charging, I would probably just walk in there to buy something, especially if they had a restaurant like we've seen at many of the come and goes around Colorado.
Yeah.
They've got a restaurant where you can get like fresh sandwiches or chicken or something like that. So definitely see that being a plus for convenience stores.
Yes. Timo said I ordered a Model X Plaid and hope to see it in late 2022 in Germany. That'd be
cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can have ours by late 2022.
Yeah, remember when it was like 14 months ago when on the call in January of 2021 and Elon's
They
like,
announced it?
the S is coming and the X is coming, within a few weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we saw that, sorry for Europe, it's going to be a year. And here we are, a year and 2 months later.
Did we cause this delay?
And we're still waiting on ours too. So we definitely can feel the
Sorry.
same pain you guys are feeling there in Europe.
Yeah. Let's see. Matt said they'll be updating account pages this week to reflect updated information if there is any, like dates or changed or same. I believe he was talking about the Rivian, which, yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, we need to.
They're updating everyone's page.
Yeah.
And then Matt said, backseat regarding the Polestar 2 was my only complaint, but the range has been 250 for me, and the infotainment is a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Nice. As long as it works, that's all that matters. Hockey Day said Berlin red is 13 coats and silver's 9 coats. Damn, that's a lot of coats of paint. Let's see. Michael said it's kind of lame. The Model X doesn't have the long top brake light like the S.
Oh yeah.
It does have a brake light in the spoiler though.
Yeah. It's not on the top of the glass, but in the spoiler.
So it's kind of cool still. Maybe. Pie for Kate said reptile update. Not really. Don't have one. They're just hanging out. I don't really have much.
But is today feeding day?
Today is feeding day, so all the snakes are out. They can smell.
They're
dinner.
all just rolling around in the living room.
I can see one of their cages and
Wagging
they're
their
out
tails.
and about, waiting for dinner. Fred said just got my 2021 SLR back from the body shop after it was hit by a sheet of plywood.
Yikes.
6 weeks ago. I think I remember this.
Yeah.
It flew off a truck, went through the grill, and broke the
no.
coolant filler pipe. Lots of issues.
Yeah.
Yee. I don't remember if you mentioned it, but did the truck it flew off of, did you ever get their info and make them pay for it? Or is it through your own insurance? Curious about that. May said Tesla still hasn't figured out bird avoidance. The Kettleman City supercharger with solar shading has a huge bird problem,
Yikes.
pooping on cars. They have those spikes, but the birds just walk around them.
Here's a suggestion. We saw this on a video about the airport in Singapore.
Oh, okay,
and they have a guy
They got
at
a guy.
the airport that he goes around and he has a speaker. He blasts these like bird call warnings that makes it's like bird calls that are like the warning alert, and he has like a speaker. He plays it. Try to see what kind of birds those are. Get the bird call warning, upload it into your car for the boom-box, and then honk that, and maybe you can scare the birds away. And then if we can get the word out to Elon, maybe
they can hit up Singapore airport. And,
but basically, or they could make it when you're geofenced to this area. If you like honk your horn, it plays these bird alerts and keeps those birds from pooping on your car and the solar panels. I'm just saying.
Sounds like a tweet.
You heard it here first.
You did. Copyright that real quick. Actually, it's a good idea, but that really kind of sucks. I would not want birds pooping all over my car. Amy said, I want them to build a supercharger near City Park West area.
Yeah.
City Park West area?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
In Denver?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was talking Montana.
No.
I didn't know where that was.
That's a part that's in Denver. Yeah.
I'm sure Denver, like, even if it's just like a, what is the other one called? Not the full supercharger, but
like the first avenue.
The
or
small ones, the small chargers with like
L2 ones or destination chargers.
Destination. No, I don't.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the ones like they put it some.
Oh, the
malls.
urban.
Yeah, urban. There we go. Yeah, urban one would be nice too. Michael said, "Have you Ever put your dogs on a raw meat diet? I heard it's good for them. Not sure though. No, but they eat like plenty of fish and scraps.
And that's not a wait. That sounds like a website.
What does?
There's a web. Never mind. You didn't get it. Never mind. There's a website called Plenty of Fish.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it never.
Well, they love salmon. The dogs
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
But again, they're still sleeping.
But concerning she said City Park West. There's one that the one they did recently opened.
She said by the zoo.
Yeah, it's not too far from that. The newest
Oh,
one. I mean,
okay.
it's not next door, but the one that they just opened here, on First Avenue.
Isn't that east?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not too far
Okay.
from the zoo.
So there's one not too far, Amy. Or if you guys are in town, just come by.
But it's a lot closer to go to that supercharger than to come all the way out here.
But if you come out here, you get us.
Yeah.
Just saying. Anyway, Fred said he had to go through his own insurance. Sadly, they couldn't charge until they could refill the coolant.
Oh. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, it sucks. Sorry about that. Pie for Kate said, "Fish, you giving your dog sushi? Must be nice. I miss sushi." No, like if we have like salmon, we'll give them like the scraps.
They get the skin. Yeah.
But it's good for their coat.
I did
right?
have a friend though that
so.
he did feed his dogs. One of his dogs had a really sensitive stomach, and she was a Great Dane, and so she ate a lot of food. But they basically fed it an all raw or a meat diet, and it was chicken. But they would basically go to some of the
like the butchers in town.
But they would go to the ethnic markets and stuff in town. That had chicken backs.
Ew.
Which is who buys a chicken back? I don't know. But basically, they were able to get food like that really cheap, and that's how they were able to keep their dog on an all real meat diet. Because there are some other fresh foods out there, like fresh dog foods, in the refrigerated sections at Petco and stuff like that. I don't know what's all in those, but that's probably a little easier than going and buying a bunch of chicken backs and giving them to your dog.
I wouldn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Michael, under David's phone is actually a battery pack because his phone is not fully charged.
I didn't fully charge it, so that yes, some people noticed and it's a little Qi charger. So
it's a Qi charger, yeah.
So it's kind of like what we have. It does have USB ports as well, but it has Qi charging. So basically, if I just set my phone on it and I've charged it about 25% while we've been online here.
Yeah.
Typically not carrying it around here.
Let's see. Mando said Elon drives an alpha build, but switched to beta right before release, so he knows what Tesla owners are getting for FSD beta. Yes, he drives a lot of different Teslas every day to see different builds and stuff. It's kind of cool, actually. Amy said we already got schooled for making a trip to see you guys and not my sister. LOL.
What? They didn't visit her sister?
Damn.
Well, thanks.
We always try to make sure we see you guys when we come down.
We appreciate your visit, but I can't believe she didn't go see her sister. I mean,
yikes.
They drove all this way and didn't go.
Well, I mean, it was for their car.
Yeah, but still, it's only 20 minutes to go see her sister.
I feel honored, Amy.
But yes, we appreciated your visit, yes.
Luke said, finally got MCU2 upgrade on old S. Nobody said the screens were so good, high resolution, and faster. The MCU2 upgrade is definitely worth it, in my opinion.
I think a lot of people, though, that got the MCU2 upgrade, we already had that screen resolution. But if you had a much older car, then you could definitely see they have improved that. But for us, when we upgraded the 2017 S100D and the 2017 S75D, it was same resolution, but just faster computer. So
it was a lot
faster. We forgot
faster
about that, but yeah, definitely that's an improvement for others. And also, a lot of people with older cars only had 3G for your cellular, so you definitely that MCU2 upgrade would give you the 4G network as well, which is good because 3G is pretty much shut off. I think last month, right? About 222 or something like that.
Or is it? I don't think it's fully shut off.
Well, at least for
it's coming up,
AT&T, I thought they shut theirs off already. So another benefit of upgrading to MCU2.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to spend all that money, you can still just get the cellular modem upgraded, and it's only, I don't know, the price keeps coming down.
$200 or $300, I think.
Yeah, it used to be 300, but I think it went down to less than 200 now.
Yeah, it almost seems like something they should do for very cheap because
they really lowered the price.
Otherwise, you won't be able to connect to your car, and Tesla won't be able to connect to your car.
Yeah, exactly. But they've brought the price way down from what it used to be.
That's good, at least. Piper Kate said, do you guys eat sushi yourselves? Yes.
Yeah, but we're not big was it nigiri or whatever?
Sashimi.
Sashimi.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Sushi,
more like the rolls and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love the rolls. Michael said, I just got the LTE upgrade. I feel so special.
We were just talking about
that. There you go. Perfect timing.
No, the thing is
yeah.
where's 5G?
Yeah, true.
It's like it doesn't sound like, from what I've heard, that they don't
Anything
even have
supports
5G,
it.
even in the newer vehicles. And you'd think that 2022, especially the SNX, you'd think they would have come out with 5G. Even if they don't turn it on yet, you think the hardware would have been there.
Yeah, and I think Green the Only said that it's not even
It's
in
not
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer because, like, prepare for the future, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
But again, with the chip shortages and stuff like that,
Maybe, yeah.
You know, maybe it's an extra chip for that, and if they're not supporting it, 4G is probably still fast enough.
Yeah.
LTE, whatever.
Piefer Kate said, I'm out of town for 3 months. That's a long time. So I left my car with my parents, and once gas prices went up, my dad has not stopped driving my Model 3.
Yeah.
You are not getting that car back.
Yeah. Better just put it in order
are
now.
going to keep it.
Yeah.
Luke said, yeah, it was between LTE or MCU.
Oh yeah, we do like deep fried sushi too.
Yeah, that is good.
There's a couple of rolls that we get, like
Yeah.
it's the crunchy roll or something
Yeah.
like that. There's a couple of them. Yeah.
Okay, all this food talk, you're making me hungry. Mando said per Elon 12.2 will have major
10.12.
10.12. Wow, I'm dyslexic. We'll have major improvements for tricky unprotected lefts and heavy traffic in general. Also making good progress with single stack. Yeah, I saw that. And so I kind of think I need to look at things, but I think maybe the X will get FSD on. I'm thinking about it. Currently, the order has that anyway, but we were thinking about maybe removing it, but I don't know yet.
And that's one thing with the Rivian we don't need to worry about buying,
True.
because they don't have full self-driving, and they do have some like auto steering functionality that's available in limited spots, but we don't have to worry about that $12,000 add-on.
Yeah, the only thing though, like, so I don't know if you guys have saw the Rivian video, but we got to check out a Rivian for a couple hours or so, and got to drive it and everything. It's a very nice vehicle. It's a great EV. It's a truck. We love that. It's got the attention to detail on the spaces.
So many storage
and
everywhere,
everything.
and like the
Yeah.
little flashlight, the speaker, all kinds of little extras, and the automatic tonneau cover, the accessories that are available, the accessories that are coming. It's going to be a great car, and I think there's going to be a lot of aftermarket accessories for that as well.
Yeah, but overall, like, it's great. It does have adaptive cruise, but driver assist stuff is only on like certain highways and stuff.
In certain conditions, yeah.
But the great thing is they do over-the-air updates just like Tesla. So
Maybe something's coming.
is that something that could be coming? Because there are cameras everywhere. There's 5 radars.
Yep.
There's a lot in that they should be able to
Yeah.
utilize.
And it had that 360 view, which was cool.
Yes.
But yeah,
The bird's eye.
It was nice.
So, I mean, overall, I think Rivian will be our first non-Tesla EV.
And again, we mentioned that it felt like a Tesla, just like
Yes.
to adjust the mirrors, to adjust the side mirrors, to adjust the steering wheel, stuff like that. It was like doing it in a Model 3 or Model Y. You used like the steering wheel to do it. So we just got in and started changing it without even telling. Didn't have to tell us what to do.
Yeah. I'm very excited for it. When we get it, I don't know, but I am excited. Does that mean we will cancel Cybertrucks? Absolutely not, because I think if anything, we'll get the Cybertrucks and maybe put them on Turo.
Yeah. But we
Maybe.
definitely
I've never
compare
wanted to Turo a
Yeah.
car, but something that's like more tough like that, I might consider. But I also really want a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Really, really, really want that. Let's see. Michael said, ever tried deep fried Twinkies?
No,
I don't think I've ever had one.
I remember
you ever
seeing it
had,
at like the county fair or something like that.
yeah.
But no, we haven't. I don't think I've had those.
Yeah. Roger said, what is Scott making for dinner? Does he make sushi? He's never made a
He
sushi
doesn't
before.
make sushi, no.
But what is he making for dinner? Well, unfortunately, he is like 1,000-something miles away.
Yeah, he's not here right now, so he's not making dinner.
So he will not be
he's
making
sending us
dinner.
all these pictures from what he's eating for dinner and lunch and stuff like that.
Yes.
So trying to rub it in, but basically we're gonna have to scrounge and
I mean, we still have some enchiladas
we
left
have
over from
leftovers.
last night.
Yeah, so we're gonna have leftovers.
So those were good. Jason sent me the info on Rivian to Twitter.
Okay,
Thank you
we'll
very
check that out.
much. Luke, 3G was still working after the deadline in Chicago.
That's good. It's good to have a
Yeah.
deadline, but not really shut
It's
off.
got to
then.
be like a flex deadline.
Especially
you
when
can't
you
just
have, there's probably still
cut it.
thousands of people that haven't upgraded yet. Just gradually shut it off. But also it could be, don't turn it off everywhere, just maybe start doing tower by tower or something
I
like
agree.
that. So the
Yeah.
coverage will start getting worse, but it's good they didn't turn it off everywhere at once.
Yeah. Michael said he actually trained under a sushi chef for a couple years back in culinary days.
Oh, cool.
Damn, that's cool.
When Scott went to culinary school, he focused on pastry and baking, so that was his specialty instead of sushi. So, yeah. So he still likes making desserts. He made a German chocolate cake a couple weeks back of it. We didn't get any. That was for his coworkers.
Yeah, that was
But
rude.
He did make us a German chocolate cake back in January. So.
Yeah. Piper Kate said, hoping that with time, with my car, finally convinces him to switch from his diesel 350 Ram truck to a Cybertruck when available.
Yeah.
I mean, the great way to get people to switch is get him in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
He also said we should eat sushi next time we stream.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. We'll get some rolls.
Maybe we'll do like a, what is it? What are those streams called?
Mukbang.
Oh, yeah, we'll do like a...
I got to be careful because there's some of those phrases that you don't want to say that because we don't use them every day. But I think it's mukbang is when you're like.
Or we'll do
eating.
like ASRM eating.
Yeah.
We'll eat real close in the microphone.
Sushi. I'll have to sit up there though, because
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Can you switch to the dog cam?
oh,
Switch
dog cam.
Layden, oh no. Oh no.
Oh, hi, honey. What's going on? Did Kit
I
kick you
think,
out?
I think Layden had an accident.
Oh,
You don't want to embarrass her. What happened, Layden?
Oh,
no.
It's okay, lady.
She must have been so tired. Oh, you better go outside.
Go outside.
Now she's all
Oh.
embarrassed.
She peed on the dog bed. Uh-oh.
That's a first.
I know.
And I pointed it out. Oh well. Go
She-
outside.
Look how self-conscious
Oh,
she
it's
is
okay.
now.
Come here, Layden. No,
Oh,
she's all
so
sad.
sad. Come here,
Come here,
honey.
Layden. Come here. It's
Sorry,
okay.
we have to have a dog break now. It's okay.
Come here, Layden. Now she's all embarrassed.
okay.
She's all. Look at her. She's squinting and she's wagging her tail.
Aw.
She's all sad. She didn't mean to. Oh, look, it's okay.
Oh, poor lady.
okay.
Okay. Anyway, we'll answer a couple questions and we'll
Oh.
probably have to go take
She
care of
must have
doggy.
been- it's okay, it's okay.
Steve said he's watching from 30,000 feet
Oh,
on a
cool.
flight from Florida to LAX.
Nice,
That's
yeah.
sweet. Dang, that's cool.
She's trying to find a spot. She's like, I don't want the wet spot, and Kid's like, I don't want it either. So he's like, okay, switch cameras.
No, that's bad.
But
Look,
he
Kid's
was
like,
like,
I'm out.
I don't know where to go.
He's
and it's
out.
like, so we're gonna have
Okay.
to take.
Michael
care of
said
that.
no German chocolate cake. What? Make him sleep in the garage for a couple nights. Lol. Diego said stock price by the time Giga Texas opens. Need a price down to the dollar, please. No more secrets. I'm going
Giga
not
Texas,
stock investment advice. Don't FYI. I'm gonna say once first cars from Texas get delivered, we could see 1369.
Wow. Okay, I'll hope for that. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm being.
I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
Got
that's
that.
actually kind of cool. Let's see. Mando said, "Do you think there'll be a fresh batch of Tesla tequila at the Cyber Rodeo?" You bet.
Yeah.
They might have to charge for that, but I definitely think it'll be available.
Yeah.
Tim said, "I think the war in Europe pushed the transition to EVs."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing we were just talking about when he's talking about his Ram, whatever. A lot of people now are searching for EVs, and I saw some graph the other day showing like interest in EVs and searches for it, and it has just skyrocketed over the past month. And I think people are seeing that when you have a gas car, gas prices can double like overnight or within a couple of weeks. And with electricity, it's like, yeah, there might be still some fluctuations, but typically utilities keep the price set for a year or more. And they have to have government approval before they can change the prices. And the nice thing is you can buy solar and power walls if you have the funds and the ability, but then you can totally not care about the price of gas, for your
Well,
home.
I mean,
home
even
charging.
then, I think some places do like lease to own and stuff.
Yep.
And most of those leased places, it is no more than your typical bill.
Yeah, there's even like no money down or no,
yeah.
where basically they become your electric company and they basically put in enough panels to cover your usage and then sell the extra back, and you don't have to pay anything for it.
Yeah.
So definitely something to look into, and then you don't have to worry so much because even if it costs you a little bit up front, those panels are going to pay for themselves eventually, and then you don't have to worry about gas or prices or electricity for the next 30 years or more. And our panels, is we put them in over the first system was like 3.5 years ago, the other one's 2.5 years ago, and we expect them to be paid for themselves within the next like 5 years or so.
Yeah.
And then from then on, the next 20
It's all
plus
gravy.
years,
all money in the bank.
And we're saving over $400 to $500 a month, I'd say.
Almost,
Maybe even more
actually
now
more.
because the gas prices have gone up.
But also, like, we normally have like 3 Teslas in the garage that 3 people drive. And most people probably spend several $100s a month in fuel for that, which we don't. So like,
but also for the house.
For the house, exactly.
Yeah. So it's like basically, and today when we were looking at houses, all of the houses in that subdivision had solar.
Yeah.
And so it's nice.
Which,
to
speaking
see.
of, since you said looking for houses, I should probably preface this.
Not for us.
We aren't moving.
Yeah.
It was for my parents.
Yeah, they're looking at houses, and we went and checked them out with them. But
Yep.
basically, all the houses in that neighborhood had solar, and it makes sense. Like new construction, if possible, should put it in. And it's like maybe you can't put in a giant system like we have, but anything helps. I think
Definitely.
helps offset your price.
Tesla Tino is in the chat. Welcome. Said, are we meeting in Austin? Maybe. Hopefully. Send me a DM on Twitter and we can see what ends up happening.
I don't think I'll be going because, as we found out, I was looking at the wrong month, and I thought
He
the
thought it was a
7th
Saturday.
Was a Saturday, and I was looking at May, not April. So I won't be going, but Eric will hopefully. Mr. Kid.
Anyway,
can't figure out where-
let's see. I think we'll probably have to end it there because
we have to deal with this little situation.
we have to deal
here.
with puppy accident. Okay, and we.
Awkward.
I mean, it's okay. Look, she's smiling again.
She
smiles.
laden.
No, don't make her feel bad. She smiles when she thinks she's in trouble.
That's
and she
like.
had a little
Oh look,
accident.
no kids. Oh, like he's like, get out of my. He's like punching her on the face.
Okay.
Like I want to get. On
We're gonna go ahead and take care of some dogs since Scott's out of town. But anyway, appreciate everyone hanging out, answering questions. Thank you all. Thank you for the super chats. Never necessary, but always appreciated. Really. Oh, they're crying. Really
Kid's
appreciate
upset.
all you guys. If you haven't yet, definitely check out our channel sponsor, Abstract Ocean.
Oops.
Right here. They help make all this possible. And if you purchase anything, use code Tesla Inventory for 15% off of your first purchase. Awesome that they are able to extend that to you guys. But that's basically it. We will see you all hopefully in a video or two this week and then next week for another live stream. Bye.